It's time for NuWellness TV with Dr. Lee. Join your host, the accomplished Dr. Cherilyn Lee, as she welcomes the leading experts in health and well-being as they explore the advancements in natural health, physical fitness, nutrition, integrative medicine, and self-discovery.
Welcome everyone. Welcome to this wonderful show that we have today. Every show is wonderful, every week is wonderful, and it's just a pleasure of mine to bring on such wonderful guests. I have a young lady here that I've met through the Holistic Chamber of Commerce, which I actually was able to be on a panel there, which was wonderful. And I just want to say Chantalynn is actually a wonderful person. I like what she's doing because she cares about mankind when it relates to women and their health and women in makeup and beauty. So I want to say before we get into what we're putting on our skin, that beauty starts from inside out. It always starts from inside out because what you're putting in your body and what you're eating, what you're thinking, what you're drinking, all these things has a lot to do with beauty. As you see my skin, and to be a grandmother of 9, it starts from the inside. And I love the vitamin C IVs because of the collagen and everything, what it does to the skin, and it's anti-aging. So there's so many, but we want to enhance ourselves. I have a lot of questions for you, my dear. And we're going to start off now. Chantalynn, I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart and the bottom of my makeup bag for being a guest here today. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Oh my God. Thank you so much for having me. I'm super excited to be here, and I feel so blessed that our paths have crossed.
Yes.
And I love everything that you're doing. So I feel really honored being invited here because I do believe beauty is from within.
Yes.
And it doesn't have to kill us. So
No, it doesn't.
So with all that's going on in today's world, in the world of beauty, it's a $60+ billion industry, and we don't have enough regulations in this country.
No, none at all, really.
No. And so I'm excited to share about my beauty counter business and just my philosophies in general about natural beauty.
And especially these discount stores, with no labels on it. That's really scary. I have some people that have lipstick, and I said, where'd you get that from? It's no name. It's bad enough. We know a lot of the lipstick is roadkill and what they put into the lipstick, and you put in all this on your lips. So, you want to wear things, and we're going to get more into that and some of the causes and some of the health problems that are being associated with people wearing makeup.
Yes.
Makeup, we're going to start there first. And this is not makeup just for women. I don't want the women to think, because a lot of men in the industry are wearing makeup as well.
Absolutely.
And, so we want to talk about makeup as it relates to skincare, makeup for cover-up for people who have psoriasis.
Yes.
What type of nutrition is being absorbed into the body as it relates to makeup? And is there a sunscreen? I don't believe in sunscreen. Is there a natural sunscreen within the makeup?
Yes.
So we're going to get into all of this, and you're going to tell me everything I want to know so that my listeners can know why they need to go with natural.
Yes.
And just because it says natural,
that's very a nebulous term. It
Yes.
doesn't mean that it's good for you.
yeah. So
Yeah.
tell me first about yourself.
Well, I am a mother of an 11-year-old boy.
Yes.
I just turned 49 this last February.
You look great.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And I have been on this path of holistic lifestyle for quite some time. And then I had a personal friend and a client, Miss Fran Drescher from The Nanny. And way back when, I got to, get to know her and watched her go through 2-year odyssey and 8 doctors just to get the proper diagnosis of uterine cancer. And she was very lucky that, she survived that, because thank God it was a slow growth. Had
Yes.
it been breast cancer or ovarian, we would have lost her.
Yes.
And it got me even more passionate on the, this activist side. And so we totally believe in what goes in your body, on your body, and around you affects your health.
Most definitely.
And as women, before we leave the house every morning, we put so many different products on.
Yeah.
And you want to make sure they don't kill
our
us.
makeup, and people throwing on perfume.
Yes.
Not knowing that colognes and perfume all sets your endocrine system
Yes.
And your hormones. So people are
Yes.
thinking, oh, I have all these hormone problems, and they're wearing all these perfumes. I had a
This is
radio
true.
show once, and the lady called in. We were talking about perfumes and all the health hazards with the perfume, and she said, well, I just love to wear my poison.
Literally.
That was the name
Literally.
of it, and I'm like,
Right.
yeah. It was like, oh my goodness, do you hear yourself?
Right.
Are you listening to yourself?
Yeah.
And a lot of people still are. I can't be around people who are wearing them. And nowadays, if you go to some events, they'll tell you in the literature, do not wear cologne, do not wear perfume.
Absolutely
Because
not.
people will get up and move from you because so many people have allergies and they don't want to smell it and be contaminated with what you're wearing.
Yes.
Years ago, there's a couple I used to really like, years and years ago, before, when you know better, you do better. So I started making some changes there because that was not working.
No.
So it's really important.
And you're right. I'm actually going to be speaking also at a conference this weekend, and it's called the Take Back Your Health Conference. And they did ask, please do not wear any perfume or heavy fragrances because there's a lot of people.
And even oils. Some people just don't want the oils.
No.
Neither,
And it's, it's a conference, and it's a lot of people go to these conferences and they're struggling with autoimmune system diseases and cancer, and so their immune system is low, and we can't take in, anything that has fragrance in it. I would question that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, what was your calling point for you to go into this line of business?
Well,
you shared it with me, but I want you to tell my audience.
Oh, thank you. Well, I have been working as a transformational coach, and I really enjoy being of service, and I like helping people detox their lives, whether it's spiritually, energetics, but slowly more and more. I've been in the beauty industry for a long time. I work as a celebrity nail stylist since I was out of high school back in '84. I started. And I realized that the beauty industry has, so many different products all the time. And I just start helping my clients detox, started with a makeup bag. I meet people where they're at. Whatever they wanted me to help them with, that's what I would do.
Exactly. Yes.
And I don't want to overwhelm anyone. You just start small, you start slow. When you're running out of something, maybe the next time you purchase, you should take a look at what works for you and what's healthy.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, I think manufacturers, they don't want to kill us. They just want to sell us, is what Fran would say.
Oh, yes.
So if we all lock elbows and decided we'll pick more beneficial products or healthier products, we'll get more manufacturing happening and the prices will drop.
Yes.
And the poison will go away.
Exactly. Now and then there's some ways that we could talk about detoxing later. I will share with the audience because we all have in the past because we didn't know about natural makeup and beauty cosmetics. And I want to share a story too, even about an all-natural organic leave-in hair conditioner, a whole journey with that as well, and a couple other things. So we realize now that we're seeing so many things happen to women. A lot of thyroid issues. We know a lot of it too is dealing with mercury in our mouth, but how much of that is coming from hair products when it deals with the thyroid gland? How much is settling into the thyroid? And this is not just women. This is also men.
Yes.
We could have had a male esthetician here as well, Yeah. But this is also dealing not just with women. It's also dealing with men as well. So eye conditions, there's some research showing that a lot of fibroid tumors with women is coming from a lot of the perms and different things people are putting in the hair. Worst case scenario that I've seen in my entire life was a celebrity. I had in a big hurry that day, and they called and said, "Can you please come?" This person had been to every doctor from UCLA, all your major hospitals, because they had lesions in their mouth. All the lymph nodes in their neck were all engorged, and their face was red. I mean, they were in bad shape. And so I was in a hurry because I said I got to see them and run to work because I do have patients. So I'm just meditating and praying, and like Spirit said, put this one product in your pocket. And I'm like, okay, I'm just going to be guided by the Spirit. I know what this is for, and I don't know exactly everything going on with the person. So when I got there, the person, female, she had on a baseball cap, and I'm thinking, oh, wow, after going through some history, and and Spirit just showed me, tell her to take off the cap.
Oh, wow.
She took the cap off, and I said, you know something? You just gave yourself a perm. And I said, how long ago? She said, 2 weeks ago. You didn't rinse it all out.
Oh, my God.
So this perm settled in from the scalp all through the lymph nodes, because you have lymph nodes behind the ear, behind the neck, down your neck. They were all swollen.
Oh.
Her mouth was full of lesions. So what I did was I opened up a couple of capsules of colostrum. I worked with the best colostrum.
Wow.
And her family and myself stood there and watched these lesions actually go away in her mouth.
Wow.
Just that fast. I believe in the power of prayer. I believe in the power of healing.
Yes.
And I know things can happen fast. Now, we did do some other things for her total immune system, but you could, she had no tenderness right away. The tenderness went away, and the lymphatic and all the lesions in her mouth, we just watched them leave. That happens with people who are also on chemo, who have the lesions with colostrum. You can do the colostrum, put it in the mouth, swish it around, and it's amazing what it starts to do is heal that tissue.
Well, I'd love to
internally,
get that.
externally, it's very good. I've had someone take it for the skin. They had some things going on with the skin. They take the colostrum and mix it with colloidal silver gel, but it was only the argentin gel. So it had to be a special gel, not just any gel.
Right.
And mix a little, make it to a paste, and put it over this. And my granddaughter did that, and her little acne and stuff was all cleared up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, there's things that we can do that are simple as well to get our body healing and get our body well and go from the inside, change that diet, what you're putting in. So back to you and your company. So
yes. So then I was approached by one of my dear friend and, a mom that I met from daycare with my son. And she said, you should check out Beauty Counter. So,
okay, we just go back a little bit more.
Okay.
Because when you found out you were pregnant with your 11-year-old son.
Yes.
That's when you made some major changes in your life.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I was always super healthy, but when I was actually before that, I was on oral contraceptives for years.
Okay.
And I decided that's not healthy. I wasn't quite sure I was going to be a mom, but I said, it's still not healthy. So I'm going to stop. And if it's meant to be, I will be a mom. And when I decided to do that, I really went through a detox program.
Okay.
Of what I ate. I was always clean, but got even more clean, start taking a lot of folic acid, really nurture my, all of my systems,
right.
Especially my reproductive systems.
Yes.
And I just started watching everything. And that's the day I was dedicated to detoxing my life inside and out, from everything I use in the house, under the sink, to my supplements. I don't just buy supplements just anywhere. I go to, a good source where does this come from?
Yeah, we basically at NuWellness Healthcare, we deal with nutraceuticals.
Yes.
I know the source.
Yes.
And that's what you started doing with yourself to get your body healthy. Because even without doing that, they're finding over 200 chemicals in the umbilical cord.
Yes.
For people who are trying to do things naturally.
Yeah.
So it's there. So we know. And if you don't do this, just think of all the toxin going into that poor baby before he's born. So you were guided and directed.
Definitely.
What to do to your home and how to kind of detox all those chemicals, what you wash your clothes in.
Yes.
People spray. And it's amazing. On some of those lists, the list is longer on there than it is chemicals for a tag they put on a dog. They got more chemicals.
Yeah.
And dioxin is so toxic. I mean, that's what they were using in the sanitary napkins for women.
Oh, my God.
And that's linked to all kind of vaginal problems. Women have so many problems. I tell them, when you're going to use something, try to use something made out of natural cotton.
Yes.
Because even when it comes to those things, it's very important as to what you're using, and even the type of tissue in your home. So, it isn't a lot. It's just subtle changes. And you'll find out how well you feel. People say they're not sleeping well because their bed is outgassing these toxins from the flame retardants in the mattress and your bedding. We don't want to catch on fire. But nobody realized that is so toxic.
I wonder how much are you being safe if there was really a fire? How is having flame retardant really helping you? Because I think you're going to get hurt anyway.
You're gonna get burned
anyway.
We see the news, and I've never personally seen anyone who was lying in a bed not burned.
Right. Exactly.
Or smoke inhalation. Even if they took the sheets and put them over their head,
right.
You still it's so toxic.
Yeah,
it is very
really
toxic.
saving
and
lives.
People wonder why I don't sleep well at night. Why this is happening? Why that's happening? Why am I so sick at home?
Yeah.
Why do I feel dizzy at home? So you have to take inventory. There is a website, and I can't remember the doctor's name right now, and he goes through 22. So if you type in 22 ways to detox my house to prevent cancer.
Oh, I love
It's already out there, and it's so thoroughly done by this doctor. 22 ways to detox your house to prevent cancer.
Love it.
It's wonderful. So please check out that website. I don't have to sit here and give you all the 22. Read it for yourself. Share it with your family, because it's so important to know this. And they're all listed there. So tell me about this wonderful product and tell me the name.
I started taking on Beauty Counter, and the reason why I chose Beauty Counter among all the different clean green beauty companies out there is because of the activism side. Because Cancer Schmancer, we go to Capitol Hill asking for better regulations and screenings for gynecological
Your
cancers.
company does. High five.
Yeah. And then Beauty Counter does the same thing because, like I said, they realized there hadn't been a major law passed in the U.S. since 1938 regarding the skincare and personal care company industry, which is, like I said, $60 billion more beauty industry. And now, since I took it on a year ago, we had only banned 11 known toxic ingredients here in U.S. and in the EU, we banned 1,400. And so at Beauty Counter, they ban over 1,500, and they also have a third-party testing with Tufts University. So each batch is tested.
Okay.
Just because you harvest something in nature with the whole climate change and pollution and corrosion and what have you, heavy metal might deposit more this year in that spot. You don't know. So they make sure to test it, because there are times we are out of eyeliners because we felt that it wasn't safe. It didn't pass our quality standards. So
that's good to know.
So that makes me happy.
So I use the activated charcoal blend, and so it's all natural.
Yeah, exactly.
So I like my eyeliner.
Yeah, so that's why I took it on as a business, because I feel like I'm already helping my clients detoxing.
Yes.
I'm already talking about this. I'm already sharing and educating. So why wouldn't I want to get paid to do what I'm already doing?
Exactly.
And so it's just in alignment with what I've been doing. And we met because I now, with my girlfriend, run the Santa Monica Holistic Chamber of Commerce.
Exactly.
And once again, it's all about building community, about spreading awareness. It's about locking elbows and helping each other.
Right.
And not be reliant on our government or whatever.
Yes.
We need to take our health into our hands.
We have to spread the word, because managed care, I tell people you need to learn to manage your own care, and don't let someone put your life in the hands of someone.
Yeah.
It just a week ago, it almost went viral. A patient that I had, it's been thousands of people who have viewed his testimony, because the doctor said, you have 2 weeks to live. He was in Michigan, so he flew in, and I'm telling you, through prayer, detoxing, and some other things we were doing in the office, I watched a person who was jaundiced. Eyes were jaundiced, skin was ash gray. When we talk about skin, looks so unhealthy. And with the nourishment going in through the IV and what was going on, he was sitting on a particular item. Well, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail, because some people feel that I could just go do all these things and I'm going to be okay. No, it takes a lot more. But that first hour, I'm looking at him, because I'm talking to him the entire time. And so his eyes no longer jaundiced. His skin was just vibrant.
Wow.
Just in the first hour of his treatment.
Wow.
And the conversation was just so powerful that we were having. So he went within and said, okay, I got to let go and do some things here. So I'm just thankful. This last couple of weeks has been really
hectic.
Yeah, because I had a call and the lady was flying in, and they told her that she was not going to make it based on the structure and the tumor in her abdomen. So they did surgery, and they said there's nothing else we can do. So they said, we're going to fly her in to see you. And I said, well, I don't know what I could do. And I'm always meditating before people come to me and really,
that's so
really
beautiful.
praying. I have to.
That's why I love your energy.
I know my journey. I know mine. And I know things can turn around. But anyway, when she got off the plane, she was so sick, they took her to the ER. I said, look, take her to the hospital because she's very, very, very now sick. And they just was sending her home to die. She got to the hospital and they said, they did the surgery they did wasn't correct. Oh, no. They went and corrected the surgery and she's doing great. She's doing great. So I tell people, please try to get a second opinion. When people come to me, I'm going to contact the right people. Maybe we need to see a different GI doctor. Maybe you need to talk to a different oncologist. But let's just see. The lab work is so important to do functional blood studies to see what's going on. I mean, even something as simple as a person's hemoglobin A1C, and your C-reactive protein markers. Those things are so important. Everybody should know what their inflammation markers are.
Yeah.
You should know. You should know your ferritin level, your C-reactive protein, your all these things, homeocysteine. You need to know what they are.
Because, I need to come see you.
Yeah, because when you don't know, keep a log. Your children should know. You need to keep a log of this because guess what? If your inflammation markers are clear, your skin, it's going to show through the skin from those inflammation markers because they can lead to diabetes, heart disease, you name it. What was it? The Times had an article on the front cover where they showed inflammation in large print a long time ago and said the fire. This is the fire within because it's going to fuel everything in your body, inflammation. So now, does any of the makeup, your company product, have any nutritional value within the makeup that's going to absorb transdermally through the skin?
I know that there are things like vitamin C. There's marine extract that we use. I mean, there's a host of the reason why they would use each ingredient to treat whichever condition. Like if it's, for plumping of the skin or hydrating your skin, because a lot of us are dry. And they research each ingredient like that. And what I do I'm not a scientist, so I don't remember all the ingredients.
Okay.
But I have to say that what I love also about the Beauty Counter company is that everything is listed on the website. So if you purchase a mascara or lip gloss, whatever it is, every single ingredient is complete transparency. We have it there.
Wonderful.
Because just because something is natural, that doesn't mean that you're not going to be allergic. Strawberries are natural and some people can't have any, or peanut butter or
poison ivy,
Yeah, exactly. So it's just because it's quote unquote natural doesn't mean it's good for you.
Exactly.
So I love the transparency because you should know what you're allergic to, and if you got allergic, you can get tested and and then you know to stay away. So that's why I also love them. Yeah. And all my makeup is from them. I hadn't worn mascara for a long time. On my 40th birthday, the next day after I wore a lot of eye makeup, my eyes were having such a bad reaction that over the years I just stopped wearing eye makeup until a year ago. And now I'm wearing eyeshadows, I'm wearing mascara. Our mascara took 3 years to make because it's very hard to make a safe mascara that is high performance so you don't look like raccoon eyes, you know?
Now, what about the HD? They're talking about a lot of HD on the makeup. I mean, for people under the lights and so your company, do they carry makeup for people in the entertainment and under the bright lights?
Yes, I can say that, and not from a professional standpoint, but our head of innovation is a celebrity makeup artist, and she does all the makeup for all the Victoria's Secret runways. So not only it's safe, it is high performance, and it can be layered on. I mean, I prefer the more natural look, and I like to have my skin breathing. But when I wear makeup, I feel so safe, and I don't have to worry about it. And I think that is like a peace of mind that they provided for me. Like I'm like, oh, someone already tested, and it is safe, and I don't have any reaction. I can use this without thinking twice, you know?
Because I'm not going to name the company because they have, one of my grandchildren had one of the lipsticks, and I'm like, God, it's like glue. It was so sticky. I'm like, how could you put this? Do you know what this is made from? No, but they just love the fact that it stayed on. I'm like, you don't want to do that.
I've had that before because I used to use all the name brands, of course.
So you know.
And I know. And what's scary is they make lip glosses for little kids, like 5-year-olds.
Yes, they do.
And
And
they
nail
have poison.
polish.
Nail polish.
Yes.
Yeah, one of my dear friends in Marina Del Rey has a line of organic, natural nail polishes called Honey Nail Glam.
I've met her.
Yes.
Wonderful, yes.
Yeah, and I love that she has such a clean, conscious. She also overcomes some health challenges, and she's now, dedicated to doing that. And my work with being a nail stylist, I've been sponsored by a company called Karma Organics.
Okay.
All organic, non-toxic. It came out of Brooklyn, New York. Imagine that.
Okay.
So I'm now known as an eco-conscious celebrity nail stylist.
Okay. That is wonderful. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So I like the fact that you do have vitamin C. Do you know the brand of the C?
No, I don't know the exact brand of that. Yeah.
Because I do the vitamin C IV, as you know.
Yes.
And in doing that's what really keeps my skin.
Your skin is lovely. I'm like staring at you.
Yeah. It's just really, because it's so good that what I put in, like I said, beauty from within is so important in what you put into the body. And because I could do the IVs, which is probably going to be part of the commercial here in a moment, and it bypassed the acid. And it's not destroyed by the enzymes because it's IV.
Okay.
So, and it's really amazing just to keep the body healthy. I know all of my levels as far as inflammation markers are all negative. I didn't start off that way, but making these changes and, again, what you put on your skin is so important.
Yeah.
And we want to look good. So when we come back from this break, I want to discuss more of, do you have the long-term like makeup, people who want to swim and do things of this nature, can they do that and still get out of the pool and look good? Okay. Waterproof. Okay.
Yes.
So I want to thank everybody for tuning in today. Our show is sponsored by NuWellness Healthcare, located in Marina Del Rey. And our phone number is 310-419-4300. If you have any questions about anything pertaining to the show, please call me at 310-419-4300. I'm excited to share with you our summer special. Our summer special will be 3 vitamin C IV push, the Myers cocktail, and it has a wonderful ingredient that's added with it that you are full of energy and feel great, as you see me today. But this is 3 for $180. 3 IV pushes for $180. We have a summer special. So it's going to last for the next 30 days, so please give us a call for our wonderful special that we're running on the IV push 3 for $180. So make your appointment today by calling 310-419-4300. Thank you so much. And keep in mind, you can do this for any reason: anti-aging, feeling good, detoxing from if you had a little too much to drink at a birthday party or a celebration. We can hangover IVs, so we can do it all. So we want to do this and keep your body healthy, keep your body strong, but know what those markers are, because as you're doing these 3 IV pushes, the Myers cocktail is also going to help support those inflammation markers. It's going to help support. So give us a call again, 310-419-4300. And remember, beauty starts from within. Hydrate that body. Hydrate it. You mean topical for the skin is wonderful, but get the internal hydration. And when I see those things happening as far as hydration, we want to also include a BIA testing and see what the internal, external fluid is in the body. That's so important. What we put in on our skin is wonderful. But thank you again, NuWellness Healthcare, for sponsoring the show today. Thank you. So back to my guest.
Thank you, Dr. Lee. I definitely want to sign up for that summer special.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. I do also love another product for me that is a star product with Beauty Counter is our sunscreen. And because my little family, my boyfriend and my son, my 11-year-old, the three of us went to Hawaii and 12 days in the sun, and we don't look like we had any effect at all.
Now, your sunscreen, because I have a very dear friend of mine who is a professor who've done all the research on sunscreen, and we know it is hazardous to our health.
Yeah.
Now, your sunscreen, what is it comprised of?
Mostly it's like coconut oil,
Wonderful.
zinc,
Great,
like
great.
things that are great for the skin, and it protects the skin. I mean, we're totally not into aerosol spray. When I see someone spray something at the
I'm
beach,
glad
that
to
makes
hear
me
that.
crazy. No, it's a roll-on stick, and it's and cocoa butter. We use cocoa butter in it, so the little face thing. My son loves it. He likes the smell of it. It's called Sweet Tooth for the kids, and
Okay.
he has one in his backpack when he goes to school, so he can roll it on, and it lasts and it protects him, and I feel safe about it.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
I would feel safe too. So,
Yeah.
let's, we're going to be signing up with your company as well. So people will be able to go to our website and purchase the products that you're speaking of. You'll be able to go to NuWellness, and that's NuWellnessHealthcare.com.
That's awesome.
To purchase the products. This is absolutely wonderful. And to say you have and this is summer. Summer is
Spring break, summer.
summer.
Yeah, the whole family
right.
needs
Well,
protection.
California, we're in California,
Yeah,
so
this is
it could be
true.
99 degrees tomorrow.
Right.
And rain the next day. So the sunscreen, and have a natural sunscreen, that's what's important.
Yeah.
Really
And we
important.
also have, for the ladies, we have some nice tinted moisturizer. So it gives you kind of a dewy skin look, like hydration, but it provide a little bit of coverage. So, I like being, a beach girl. So it feels good. It feels good on my skin.
So if a person's going to the beach and they do you have body makeup?
We do not have body makeup at the moment. We only have, we call it tint skin, which is the foundation that I use every day. Sometime I did a combination of the tinted moisturizer and then the tint skin on top.
So would it kind of hide if a person had hyper or hypopigmented areas of the skin, dark or light, would it sort of hide those areas?
Not the dew skin. That's just more like a moisturizer, but a little tinted. But I would say you can use the tint skin, and we have concealers. We have great concealers, and people love it. I'm too lazy. I never can use any concealer. I put on the minimal amount possible.
Well, you sound like me, because I don't take the
Right.
time, to do makeup. It's just I developed this scrub for my skin with a combination of some wonderful things, and I developed this scrub for myself to exfoliate. But when I was doing this, I found out my skin looked more healthier, and I'm going to put it back on the market again. It's called Sexy Healthy Skin.
Oh, I love that.
Sex cells, healthy, sexy
Sex
skin.
cells, yes.
So I'm going to. I have so many people calling for it, but I use it as a scrub. But I use a special type of scrub.
Is
for
it
the
sugar
skin.
based? What do you use for the?
Well, it has a little bit, but then it has other really wonderful natural oils, and the oils also help if you have hyperpigmented areas. It helps to even out the skin itself. I need to get it back on the market.
That sounds lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going through menopause, so my skin is definitely changing. So I'm always experimenting, and I love the idea of staying really simple. And the less
Definitely.
ingredients, the better things you can read and understand and know what it is.
Oh,
is
yeah.
the best.
You can read all.
And then I used to buy. I'm a curator by heart. I love looking at all the different choices and options, and I love buying it from people like you who made it. And I know it's organic. It's with so much love, and,
Most
and
definitely.
it's simple. But then for those people who don't like, I'm not going to make my own stuff. So that's when I go out and I buy something. And so I think the Beauty Counter provides a wide range of
does.
services and products for those people who, they don't know someone like Dr. Lee.
Right. Well, we're going to get them both out and let people know. This is one reason for the show, and then everyone please share the show with your friends and family.
Yes.
And I started. I'm very passionate when it comes to skin and skin care and what you put in under skin, because growing up with eczema or eczema, people want to call it, my face used to look like a raccoon. Around my mouth or around my eyes were dark because it was scaly from a rash. And around my neck, it used to be the color of the scarf almost, the black portion. All around here was just black and oozing of these lesions. And so in growing up this way, I became very passionate of and there was so many things I could not put on my skin.
Right.
This is why I did not wear makeup and put anything on my skin whatsoever. And it's so important for me to know what is going to be great for that person, because I'm the last person in the world that want to recommend something,
right? And
they're going to have an adverse reaction or a reaction to it.
Yeah, I have to say I don't know much about eczema or psoriasis or anything like that, because that is a question that we, among our team member, we talk about all the time when we have a client like this, and we start them with something, again, simple, gentle. You want to stay away with a lot of product. You want to start slow. And it's funny you said that. My niece just had a baby recently, and she had this eczema or psoriasis thing in the inside of her elbow.
Yeah, it's usually in the fold of the skin.
And it's been there for months. And I have given her, of course, we have now baby products and beauty counter. We have a baby oil, massaging oil. We have a diaper cream. We also have a body hair wash. And babies, you keep it simple. It's like organic oil, organic coconut oil, really simple things. And she used the baby oil on that area. She said within second application, things starting to go away. So it's very healing. So we've been, giving our clients who are having flare-ups some of the baby cream, baby diaper cream, and also we have a baby diaper rash cream.
Oh, wonderful.
To treat. And we actually have seen a lot of great results with it, and I'm excited to explore more.
Oh, wonderful, because I have a couple of patients with newborns.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and I gave them some items to do, and it cleared up. But people who can't get to me, I like to know. So we're going to be carrying the product at NuWellness Healthcare. Yeah. I'm so excited, so we will have it there.
Me too. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. And so with the skincare you're doing, what are some of the common things you see as far as, people with one part of the face is more oilier than the other, and then in dry skin, and because you could have patchy type of things going on with the skin.
Yes.
So
you can. I mean, I love what you said about, skincare or beauty is from within.
Yes.
Diet is the number one thing in all chronic issues out there.
And that's what we do at NuWellness. Yes.
Yeah. That's why I love that about you, is that, 90% of our chronic conditions can be cured through the gut, the gut biome.
Oh, yes.
And you can do whatever you want topically, but if you don't take care, it has to be all connected.
Yeah, because leaky gut is going to cause. Usually the problem is leaky gut.
Right.
Leaky gut and liver.
Right.
Usually the skin is the largest organ, is the liver.
Yes.
The next, is your gut. So if you have leaky gut syndrome, it's going to show. People with edema and the swelling and the rash, all these things happening in the skin is, again, the microbiome in the abdomen along with leaky gut. That is your leaky gut.
Yes.
So once you start healing that, and people sometimes don't know, and it's so simple. I find to clear up leaky gut, it's been so easy. I've seen a rash on a person or swelling, and dealing with the gut, high doses of colostrum. I love my colostrum, and I only did with one company because I know it worked. And I say this because I have been able to I had a person who had was given the wrong antibiotic. It actually kind of destroyed the lining of the colon. So while they were there in the office, I gave them so many milligrams of colostrum to take along with their IV. So we're going through a healing. They were a patient already, so I knew them. But she had been sick for like weeks. When she walked in the door, I really thought, I hadn't seen her in so long, she looked like she had been on chemotherapy. I mean, her eyes were kind of sunken, and she just looked weak. She looked terrible. And then she told me what had happened. I said, oh my goodness. So we got her started, and I drew her blood. I withdrew her blood prior to doing the IV. Because I wanted to know what was her white count, what was her inflammation markers before I gave it that. Because I knew things were going to change quick. And 20 minutes into the IV, she said, my stomach isn't hurting. I'm feeling so much better.
That's so great.
And when it was finished, I kept her there about a good 2-3 hours. She went home, and her daughter, I know her daughter, she's adorable. She said, "Thank you for giving me back my mommy." She came home and cooked dinner. She had all this energy. She felt great. So it was really, really important to know, to see this.
Yeah.
But blood work prior to was totally so high and out of the range. Her white count, her inflammation markers. 5 days, I repeated, it was normal.
That's so
5
awesome.
days. So
Yeah.
I'm saying that things of that nature is so important
It
to
is.
really, really get a person healed. Healing from inside out.
Right.
Healing from inside.
Yeah, and cancers and autoimmune diseases are, 90% environmental, and that's why when,
yes.
yes, we
Diet-
have to take care of the
diet
inside
and environmental.
And then, what you put in your body and
what
on
you're
your body.
sleeping on, and what you're putting
Yeah,
on.
you're
And one little thing I'm going to share with you, and then I know we're going to move on to my wonderful segment, Dining Out Healthy with Dr. Lee and Marie. So in just a few minutes, we're going to be bringing in to the studio and on the air live, Marie. So I just want to say that I had an incident with a all natural, you have to watch that word, all natural, some years ago, a leave-in hair conditioner. And I'm not going to go through the whole journey of it because it was a journey, but be careful what you put on your hair because this particular product caused atrial fibrillation. I almost flatlined and died, a heart rate of 170. So a lot of times people say, I'm doing this, I'm doing whatever, start feeling bad. Look and see what it is you put it on your hair because it's so important. It's going to be absorbed through the scalp and it can cause you all type of issues.
Yeah.
So they had a problem. I won't name the name of the company, but a friend of mine working in ER said several people start ending in the ER from this hair product with heart disease. So on that note, I want to thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Lee.
Let me have your hand. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here today.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
It's
Thank
a wonderful
you so much
pleasure.
for having
Thank you for
me.
taking the time for being here.
Oh,
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now we're going to move into our next segment of the show, Dining Out Healthy with Dr. Lee and Marie. Marie.
Good morning. Thank you. What an amazing topic. How important that is.
Let's go in with the food,
Yes,
though, because
so
we
that-
had
well,
some
well,
amazing, yes, wonderful, wonderful.
We did. We had a wonderful. We were kind of. It was interesting because we decided to go someplace out of the norm because we were due to scheduling. So we kind of checked out a new place that I've actually frequented before called Kay and Dave's. It's here in Culver City, Los Angeles, and it's kind of a new Mexican style cuisine, and they have a lot of healthy organic,
Yummy. It was
yummy,
really
yummy, organic,
delicious,
very
yes.
delicious dishes that they served us. And the ambiance is beautiful. They have a wonderful patio, and the music is fun. And so we got a chance to meet the general manager, and she brought us out. We didn't really choose from the menu. We actually, this time around, we actually asked them what they would bring to us, and we just kind of left it open that way. We kind of told them what we were looking for, because as I noticed, the salad that I took photos of, it's not even on the menu. So I was really honored that we were able to.
They could see this salad on the screen. That salad was so delicious. I even took one home.
You did. It was so fresh and clean and very flavorful and colorful. Reminded me of springtime.
Yes.
And it was really lovely. And as well as we had also had blackened salmon tacos, which were delicious.
Oh, they were
I mean, they were
wonderful.
so yummy.
Yes.
Enough to share. You don't necessarily have to overeat when you're dining out. That's really important too.
The portion size was great.
Yes.
And to let people know, this is summer, and a lot of times you go to lunch. You can go there for lunch or dinner. And you don't have a lot of time. And then
Yes.
you can eat this meal and not feel heavy and weighed down. That's the thing we don't want in the middle of the day. We don't want to feel weighed down in the middle of the day from a meal.
Right.
So this is really light. It was light. It was filling.
It was very filling. And they have some
And healthy.
Yes, very healthy. They have some wonderful choices too for vegetarians and vegans on the menu. And so that's really, I think nowadays more people are being more health conscious as far as owners putting those choices for other people to bring in that clientele. And there was a little topic that I wanted to talk about as we were talking about allergies and symptoms. How important it is when you go out to eat. We got to experience, we're not going to necessarily say the name of the place, about allergies and how important it is for when you go out, not only us taking the responsibility, but asking the server, what's in the food, like we do, how it's prepared and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And Dr. Lee, I think, would agree with me on that as far as making choices.
Well, you know, because I won't say this place, but we've been out to many places.
Yes.
And some menus do not put everything on their menu that's in the food.
Exactly.
No.
So if you have an allergy, you need to let them know, are you using some type of sauce? Are you allergic to avocados? Are you allergic to MSG? I don't go anywhere that serve it, but a lot of times it's in a sauce and you don't know. They say, oh, no, we don't serve it. Serve foods with MSG, which is monosodium gluconate, but it was actually in a sauce that went over the food. So it's very important that you ask questions. Just because it shows it on the menu, you want to say, could you ask the chef, is he using anything with any peanut oils or any peanut? If you have a peanut allergy.
Yeah.
It's really important.
You want to ask, even if it's an organic place, you want to know if it's anything in there that you know you have an allergy to.
Yes.
You want to ask questions, because a lot of places will just serve it and it's not on the menu and you don't know it's in there, then you have a problem. And the sad thing about some of the symptoms, they are delayed.
Right.
You have delayed symptoms. So you can sit there in the restaurant and not have any problems, but that night you wonder why I have cramping in my legs, why I have pain, why this is going on. And it's because of what you had consumed earlier that day, because symptoms don't always show up right then as soon as you eat it.
Absolutely.
So the
true.
first symptom you can check is your heart rate. So if you check your heart rate and it's above 6 points higher, or you can feel your heart beating too fast, and sometimes that's a food allergy. So you want to do something very quickly at that point, because that's not a good sign. But you know, ask questions. Please ask questions. We like to go to restaurants so they're using the right utensils, cooking, the right oils. Those things are so important. And I say this every week because it's important when you're dining out. I dine out a lot. Marie dines out a lot. Now we have dining out healthy.
Yes.
And we want to make sure what we're bringing you is something that's healthy. But make sure, because there's certain restaurants that we've been to that some things went on the menu.
Yes, just being consciously aware.
And people had an allergy, could have had an allergy reaction to it.
Absolutely. So those are just important things to be mindful of. And I cook that way too. So I always listen to what people ask me, or if I'm being hired, what are you allergic to, or any of your guests. So I listen to that. I'm very keen on that, so I make sure I don't put the peanut oil if I'm making an Asian dish, or a sesame oil that might have a reaction.
And I've been to Maria's house.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
She is a
like
chef.
to
Love to cook. And it's beautiful when she
It's
finished.
fun.
I want to thank everyone today for tuning in to NuWellness TV with Dr. Lee, and especially my wonderful segment, my very hard-working co-host for Dining Out Healthy with Dr. Lee and Marie. Marie, you're wonderful, and I thank you so much.
Thank
You go out and you're a trailblazer for going out finding these places, because I don't have the time. And you've just been amazing. I thank you so much for what you do and your input.
Thank
You
you.
just don't know. I let the world know this now. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in. Tune in next week to NuWellness TV with Dr. Lee and Dining Out Healthy. And remember, say this after me. I am
I am
so grateful
so grateful
that I am
that I am
a magnet
a
magnet
for miracles.
for miracles.
And remember, beauty comes from within and out.
Yes.
Have a blessed week.
Thank you.
Join us every Wednesday live at 11 a.m. for NuWellness TV with Dr. Lee. Remember, healthy mind, healthy body.